and Brad, the two most famous physical therapists on the internet.
Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course,
you saved
Bob.
that, Brad. Okay, Brad, we're going to talk about rotator cuff tears. You know, how to get your strength back after this, and it's possible that you can even after a full tear. I've had people that have done it because some of the other muscles took over.
Sure.
But especially on a partial tear. But the thing is, it's a long program and it takes dedication. Ours today, we're going to go from easy to harder, and it's like a progression.
Right.
So.
And I think, if you want to go to high level, if you're going to be throwing a ball or something like that, you probably are not going to get.
Yeah, we're going to do that later, Brett.
Okay.
We got one that's called the Thrower's 10. We're going to do that later. So, but right now we're going to do this one. If you've had surgery on your rotator cuff, this is not for you. You might be doing some of these, but you need to follow their protocol on that.
Right.
So let's go ahead and get started, Brad. By the way, if you wait till the end, I'll tell a joke. How's that?
That's going to be good, Bob.
Oh, that's, I'm sure, going to keep everybody. Okay, you start off, you're getting some, you tore your rotator cuff, you're having some pain, you're going to ice and elevate and all that things. But very quickly, you can start to do shoulder squeezes.
Sure.
Because you need to strengthen the muscles around the shoulder blade too.
Right.
So very simple. You're just squeezing your shoulder blades together.
Right. So we're going to show it like this.
You want to show on you, Brad?
You bet.
So he's bringing the shoulder blades together. We even talk about bringing them down to your pockets a little bit. So you can bring the arms out to the side with a 90-degree angle. Good set of 10. You can do these throughout the day. There's no limit on those.
Exactly.
At all. I don't want you doing this, though.
Right. No shrugs.
No shrugs. Okay, so shoulder squeezes, number one. Number two, you're going to start doing pendulum, the famous pendulum. So you're going to lean over like this. This is my affected arm. And I'm going to start swinging like this. Now, I'm not going lifting it like this.
Right.
I'm letting gravity do the work. And you can go side to side like this. Just don't hit onto things like this.
The idea is you're trying to keep that arm relaxed as possible. And you might just start, if it's sore, you might just start
real little.
Real small motions
and
like
circles,
this. Yep.
Circles. The thing that's cool about this is if you start getting up into here, if I were to stop here and stand up, it's a sneaky way of getting motion.
Right.
So again, that one can be started almost right away too, Brad.
Sure.
What you say? I mean, even if don't do anything that increases the pain, but that certainly sometimes calms it down even.
Exactly. A lot of times I have people say, "Oh, that feels good," when they learn to relax it and do it gently.
All right. The progression to the pendulum. The next one is actually this one, Brad. I actually have people lay on the edge of the mat or on the edge of the bed. Just don't fall off, please. And you're going to start swinging your arm this way. It's a little bit different. You got me, Lonnie? You're getting up a little bit even higher now.
Sure.
Is what you're doing.
Yep.
You're not working down this range. You're working on this range. Just a great way to do pendulum.
Sure.
Prone pendulums. What's number 3, Brad? It looks like we're starting isometrics.
Yep.
You want to get a wall?
Yep.
Brad, I think we're going to use this wall.
Oh. Bob, you threw me off with the wall.
Yeah.
We're using a
simulated wall.
Right, a prop.
So when you start isometrics, and again, once you've started some of these, you can start, as you get further along, you don't have to do some of the earlier ones then.
Right, yep, they're progressive.
Right. So you're going to do innies, outies, and abduction. So the first one here is, if this wall wasn't here, you put your arm at a right angle, right elbow, right elbow at an angle, 90-degree angle, and you're going to push in like this, and you're going to push against the wall like that.
Let's say this was a wall and this is a doorway. You might stand in the doorway and face this way. Then you can do both sides.
Sure.
Why don't you do that?
So I'm standing.
Right. So this would be the
I
wall.
see. Okay. Yep. So again, if the wall wasn't holding me, I'd be pushing it like that.
Right, yep.
But I'm pushing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm going to go to the other side. And again, if the wall wasn't here now, I'd push it out this way.
This works
so I'm
good.
going like this. So the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keeping the right angle at the elbow.
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What are we doing? 10 on all these, Brad, or 8 to 10?
You mean the length of time?
No, the
repetitions.
repetitions.
If it's tolerated well, I like to go 10 at the max.
Okay.
Between 5 and 10, depending on the individual.
Then the last one you're going to do is you're going to actually push out like this. So, Brad, if I was pushing the wall, what would it do? It would actually push that way. So I'm going to push out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on.
Right.
I think they got the gist, right, Brad?
You better believe it. They're very smart.
You want to show innies and outies, Brad?
Sure.
We're not talking about belly buttons, are we?
Okay. All right. So we're going to start. This is probably one of the...
Affected arm or deflected arm?
This one right here is the affected arm. This is probably the classic, most common rotator cuff strengthening exercise.
Yeah, it is. Yep, you really want to get those external rotators.
Elbow at the rib cage, okay, just lays there, and then you just leave it bend down, 90-degree bend at the elbow. It shouldn't be down here past your belt line. It should be above the belt line, right about at your belly button. You can use a soup can. You don't have to go out and buy a weight.
Right, and that's what we're trying to do here today is give you stuff that you can do at home.
Right, you don't have to go out and purchase a whole mini rotator cuff kit or weight room. And you simply go up like this. Early on, you may not even need a weight. You know,
right.
If it's sore, you might just do 10 of these and it'll be...
You can't even handle a weight. Right.
And when you can do up to 15, it's too easy. You can get a 1-pound weight or a 12 or 16-ounce soup can, hold it in your hand.
And even if initially you can only go up to level here, that's fine too.
Right.
But yeah, very important muscle part of the rotator cuff, and you need to start strengthening that.
I can feel that working already, Bob.
Yeah, it doesn't take much weight. You'd be surprised. These are not big, heavy muscles that you want to bulk up.
Right. And a good point, Bob, is pain-free range of motion. If you only can go out halfway and then it starts to hurt, just do it.
Yeah, work in the range that it gives you.
Now, we want to also work the innies.
Yeah, and on this, again, once you've done these, you no longer have to do the isometric ones that we just taught you against the wall.
You progress up.
Yeah, you're progressing. You can stop these. So innies are going, and these are usually a stronger muscle.
Yeah, exactly. You're definitely going to use a little more weight on this. And you simply go right up to your stomach.
Now, Brad's trying to lay off the shoulder a little bit, try to lay, maybe a little more onto his back. Because obviously you don't want to lay on the shoulder, it might hurt. And these, quite honestly, are probably not as important as the other ones. That's right.
Sure.
I agree, Brad.
If you have some TheraBand, that's another video.
Yeah, if you have a stretch band, it would work a lot better to do these, and you could do a heavy duty. You're right, I actually never do those. I do external all the time.
I usually don't, but yeah.
Okay, prone. I'm going to go ahead and do prone or supine now, Brad.
Supine?
I'm sorry, laying on my back. So now the arm's coming along, it's getting stronger. Again, this is the involved arm right now. Now we're going to do active assistive range of motion. So we're going to do, the other arm's going to help out. Now you can do that one of two ways. You can actually just grasp your hand like this and start working going up like this.
Right.
Try to let, this one help. I mean, let it come into the picture too. Let it do some of the work.
The arm that's not injured is helping, but only as much as it needs to.
Right, and that's why sometimes a cane or a broom or something, some type of handle, PVC, would work better. Because you can start with your hands together like this, where it's helping out a lot, and then you can go to the point where it's helping less by putting the arms apart.
Right.
Does that work, Engineer Brad?
Yeah, I like that. And again, you're going to go up to here. If you can go farther without pain, you can do that.
Give it a stretch. Go ahead and give it all the way like that.
Usually what happens is once you get way up here, it starts to hurt early in the rehab.
Right. Now this is the next step, which I like a lot because this one, I don't think a lot of people do, Brad, but I want you to come up and now you're going to let go and you're going to see if you can lower it down on its own.
Right.
If it just goes like this, it's probably not ready for that yet.
Right.
And then you're going to want to still work on doing up and down with it.
Sure.
But bring it up, let it go, and see if you can lower it down. Slowly lower it down, slowly lower it down.
Right. So that's technically eccentric strengthening.
Right.
Which is a good way to start a weak muscle.
It's very key to starting to... Oh, I got one more this way.
Oh,
so when you're able to lower it down, then you want to start seeing if you can bring it up on its own.
Right.
This is a big day when you start doing this, Brad, because now the muscles are starting to work. They're kicking in, and
And if you can do that without pain, the joint is in where it needs to be for the motion, which is a really good sign.
Right. It's rotating like it should too.
Right.
Exactly. So once you're able to do that, then you can try doing it seated.
There
Because
you
now
go.
you're fighting gravity more. Now
Exactly.
you're going to start, and if that's too much, you may want to do seated active assistive first.
Right. So the strong arm helps through the cane.
Yeah. Again, this is harder than laying down because there's more. We're fighting gravity more this way.
Right. Exactly.
So start with this, and if this works, then you might even do this and let go and do eccentric.
You bet.
All just ideas on how to roll here.
Yep.
Okay, and then finally, you're going to do active range of motion, seated.
Now on this, you might find that if your thumb is pointed
Yeah.
up, it may go a little easier. That's one of those little mechanical things in the shoulder joint.
Yeah,
that,
you certainly don't want to go this way. It won't go any farther than that.
that's going to limit it.
So then the final exercise would be taking the soup can and start working, maybe go up to 90, and then eventually even up like that.
Right. As long as it's pain-free and you're just feeling muscle fatigue. There's a lot of nice tips in here, Bob.
Yeah, there is. It's a long program.
We're giving away a lot of secrets from therapists.
This is valuable.
Therapists are going to get mad at us because we won't have to go see them anymore.
So, Brad, did you hear about my dog?
No, Bob, I want to hear about your dog.
He's been a real problem. He's been chasing people on his bike.
Oh, good.
I already screwed up. He's been chasing people on a bike. And I'm supposed to say, it got so bad I had to take his bike away from him. I'm not a joke teller, as you can tell.
Yeah, Bob, that was funny.
All right, thanks for watching.
Take care. Now they're never going to